Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here with the semifinal round of the Sectional 40 baseball tournament here from Bulldog Field in Lapel, Indiana. Glad to have all you with us here this evening as we have the 20-9 Wapahani Raiders taking on the 13-9 Shenandoah Raiders. So, folks, we'll go ahead and get right into things here with our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Again, just played last night. It was a very late night for the baseball team, and I know for us as well. Got a big victory over Muncie Burrows last night. 13-3 was the final score there in that one. Shenandoah won the first game of the evening as they beat Frankton by a final score of 10-6. So that's yes, the journey to this game here so far through one game of this Sectional 40 baseball tournament. You look at these two teams. We've already played one another roughly about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. It was on May the 14th in which Wapahani won that one by a final score of 7-3. So this, again, you get to this part of the year, anything can happen. So, yeah, I understand that that's been about a week and a half ago since we last played them, but, they're going to be out here for redemption. Not only that, but this is, the importance of the game and knowing what's at stake. It will definitely increase the adrenaline rush and everything that comes along with playing an important ball game. So, like I said, this is going to be a very, very big game here tonight between Wapahani and Shenandoah, in which these guys are playing for a trip to the Sectional 40 championship game on Memorial Day, Monday, May the 27th at 1 o'clock. So, like I said, been looking forward to this one all day, and hopefully it'll definitely live up to the standards that we're thinking that it's going to hold up to here. But take a look here at some overall team stats for both teams. First here for Wapahani. On the season, including last night's game, the Raiders are hitting .304 as a team with 7 home runs, 161 RBIs, 204 runs scored, 229 hits, 48 doubles, 5 triples, and a .304 on-base percentage. So the offense really came out big time last night. Obviously, we're going to have even more of that from a consistent standpoint here this evening against a very good Shenandoah baseball team. From a player standpoint, it's kind of even matched. We have a great group of guys here, but when I was really taking a look at the averages and what guys are able to do with a baseball on the offensive side from both teams, really pretty evenly matched when I look at our team stats and their team stats. Shenandoah, a .305 team average, 10 home runs, 130 RBIs. So the Raiders do have 31 more RBIs and also 52 more runs scored than what Shenandoah does. Now, one thing you also have to look at here, Shenandoah did play in roughly 7 less games than Wapahani did. So, like I said, that's just a short little sample size, if you will. Considering the difference in amount of games that's being played, because there's a lot of stats that can go into 7 games without any question. But also Shenandoah collects 37 doubles, also 6 triples, a .407 on base percentage, and 50 stolen bases as a team. Now from the pitching side of things, really liking what I'm seeing here from Wapahani, especially. The Raiders have pitched in 178 and a third inning pitched with a 1.81 ERA, 75 runs, 46 of those are earned, along with 130 hits, 53 walks, and 180 strikeouts. So really that's a job well done right there, especially from the walks to strikeouts ratio. Just spot on. That's where you want to live, in the strike zone. Especially in games like these, you can't afford to give away free passes. From Shenandoah's outlook here, they've pitched 141 and 2/3 innings, a 3.85 ERA, 106 runs scored, 78 of those have been earned, 117 hits allowed, 118 walks, which is not very good at all, 156 strikeouts. So from Wapahani's perspective, you want to be patient at the plate. I think a lot of times, you can kind of get a little apprehensive, especially in a big game like this. You're up there to hit, but kind of work the count here a little bit. These guys are definitely, have the ability to go out there and get a lot of outs, but they're also able to get a lot of free passes as well. They give up quite a few hits. So you just got to be patient at the plate here if you're the offense for Wapahani, and pick your spots, when they give you the opportunity to execute. Hopefully we can, we're able to do that. But from our pitching side of things, I really like what we have, and the hitting is pretty even. So, like I said, this is going to be a very even matchup here with these two teams when they battled about a week and a half ago. So, hopefully we're in store for a great one here tonight, folks. We'll go ahead and step aside actually here for a quick break. We'll have the starting lineups and more coming up here momentarily on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Again, we got the starting lineups here coming up here in just a brief moment, and then the national anthem, and then again tonight's first pitch here between the 20-9 Wapahani Raiders and the 13-9 Shenandoah Raiders. Again, just to take a look at the pitchers going on here for this evening. First here for Wapahani, you have Brevin Rivers on the mound here tonight, starting for the Raiders. In 46 in the third innings pitched, has a 1.66 ERA, 34 hits allowed, 9 walks, 51 strikeouts, has a 5-3 record overall. So Brevin obviously has got to come out here with his A game. Had a pretty good start last time around there against Monroe Central about a week ago, in which he only got to pitch the first 3 innings of that game because it was rained out going into the top of the fourth. So he's definitely had an extended break here. I'm sure he's eager to get back out there on the mound. And he's had a great season so far. Being a senior year, you want to end things the right way. And so far, so good here for Brevin. So hopefully we can look forward to a great start here from him this evening. And then here for the Shenandoah Raiders, you have Hayden Myers. He is on the mound here this evening. Pretty impressive little pitcher here as well. I would probably say he's definitely maybe the second best on the team as far as overall ERA. I think right around the 1.5 to 2 ERA here on the season when I was looking at stats earlier. But they got some pretty nice, impressive pitchers here. I know I think Gavin Patrick pitched last night. So a nice group of young men right here that's eager to come out here, throw strikes, and get some outs, and we'll see what happens here. So again, still waiting. I don't know if we're waiting on the umpires or what the case might be, but we have an extended time frame here. So we would like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership owned by Randy Stoops. They're located at 4055 West Clara Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, like to know more information about one, you can contact Stoops at 765-288-1903. And also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So again, that is a special thanks to Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. Also to B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, located at 400 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. At the law offices of B. Joseph Davis, which is a highly recommended and respected professional corporation, they strive to aggressively represent all of their clients' interests in all phases of any legal matter. Their team has extensive experience in personal injury, as well as criminal defense, which includes drunk driving, criminal record, bankruptcy expungements, and hardship licenses. For more information, visit his website at www.bjosephdavis.com. So finally, the exchange of the lineup cards at home plate here between both teams. And the Raiders got a big win last night. If you haven't got to watch the broadcast yet, make sure and do so. A 13-3 final score victory over Muncie Burrows last night. A very big win there for the Raiders. Yeah, you had Gage Gadberry starting things out through the first two innings. I mean, he was just mowing the hitters down left and right. Got in a little bit of trouble there in the third. Was able to get himself out of it, but did allow 3 runs. Then Gavin Noble, and he came in and shut the Muncie Burrows Hounds down in the last 2 innings of the ball game, and the Raiders were able to get a victory. So, when you got multiple guys that can come in and fulfill roles and come out here and, especially with the youth of this team, being able to have success is big time for them, especially from a confidence standpoint. So, it was a great job there by Gage and Gavin. Both of those young men are sophomore pitchers here for Wapahani. Nolan Dudley, also another sophomore pitcher. Braxton Davis, a junior. Obviously, you have Brevin, a senior this year. But you have a nice balance here, and hopefully things will just continue to be on the up and up from here on out. But we'll take a look here now at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start off here with, I guess we're going to start off here with Shenandoah. Wapahani, I guess, is the home team. I was told that they was the away team here this evening, so we'll just go with it. So nevertheless, we'll take a look here at the starting lineup here for Shenandoah. Leading things off, third baseman, number 12, Kyle Randolph. Batting second, the right fielder, number 6, Lucas Weisfield. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 5, Landon Freestone. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 23, Gavin Patrick. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 2, Jake Webster. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 14, Colson White. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 7, Blake Surface. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Tanner Goff. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 4, Gabe Young. Again, that's starting lineup here for Shenandoah, coached here by Bruce Stanley. We'll take a look here at now the Wapahani Raiders.
Number 7, Caleb Henderson. Number 8, Landon Gray.
So leading things off here will be the center fielder, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Batting second and playing second base, number 21, Riley Porter. Batting third and catching, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 22, Braxton Davis. Batting fifth and pitching for the Raiders, number 17, Brevin Rivers. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 4, Luke Willman. Batting 7th and playing third base, number 16, Nolan Dudley, and batting 8th, the shortstop, number 5, Evan Roush, and batting 9th, the left fielder, number 11, Isiah Brewer. Again, the Raiders are coached by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jason Dudley, Randy Murphy, Willie Pease, Blake Turner, and Shane Summers. Folks, we'll step aside here for a break. We got tonight's starting lineup obviously finished through here, so now we have the national anthem coming up. And then tonight's first pitch, again, between the 13-9 Shenandoah Raiders and the 20-9 Wapahani Raiders. All right, folks, welcome back here as we are about set to begin the semifinal round of the Sectional 40 Boys Baseball Tournament again here from Bulldog Field in Lapel, Indiana. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening. Again, this is the first game of the semifinal round. The second game will be featuring the Monroe Central Golden Bears and the Lapel Bulldogs. Again, that will be following this first game, again, between your Wapahani Raiders and the Shenandoah Raiders. So we will go ahead and lead things off here with the third baseman, Kyle Randolph. Randolph on the season, a .323 average, a home run, 12 RBIs. As that will be in there for a ball low and away, 1-0. Swung on and missed. So an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike here on Shenandoah third baseman Randolph. Rivers gets a signs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Again, misses outside for a ball, now 2-1. Called a strike. Nice pitch there by Brevin. to even it back up here at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering, and he did not offer at the pitch, so that will be ball 3 to run the count now to full. So Randolph will step back in there. Rivers gets what he likes, and a payoff pitch will be fouled off, so we'll redo it again here at 3-2. Rivers once more with a payoff pitch. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Roush collects, throws on to first, and that'll be the first down of the inning. So a 6-3 put out for out number 1 will now bring to the plate the right fielder number 6, Lucas Wiestefeld. And a pitch here by Rivers will be in there, called strike 0-1 to begin things here on Wiestefeld. Again, as I mentioned in our Raiders Live pregame here, Rivers coming in tonight, 5-3 overall record, 46 1/3 innings pitched with a 1.66 ERA, along with 34 hits, 9 walks, and 51 strikeouts. So 0-2 the count. Rivers once again fires it on in there, as that one's a ball high and away, 1-2. Pitch found back and out of play, so Wiestefeld will battle one off here to stay in the at-bat, down 1-2 with one away here in the top of the first inning. And the windup, here's the pitch. Ground ball here to the second baseman. That's going to be under the glove of Porter. So Stanley will get the ball back in there after a one-out single here by Wiestefeld. And now the number 3 hitter in the order, the shortstop, number 5, Landon Freestone at the plate. So we'll see if Rivers can get himself a ground ball double play right here. Tough to double some of these guys off. Got some speed on this Shenandoah team, no question about it. Off and running right there. Unfortunately, ball kind of dead and right there. Lipscomb looked to have had Wiestefeld dead left to right on the play, but the ball over right into the ground, took a bad hop, and right underneath the glove is now he's on at third base. As it is no balls and 1 strike here on Freestone. And a ground ball here, botched by Roush, and that's going to end up in a error on Evan and a run scored to begin things here for Shenandoah. So Shenandoah strikes first with a 1-0 lead. Freestone now down at first base after the error on the shortstop. And drops right on in there for a called strike, 0-1. To begin things here on the designated hitter, Gavin Patrick. He's hitting for the pitcher Myers today. So now 0-2 the count. Getting Freestone on down there at first after the fielding error wise there by Evan Roush. A pitch out, nothing going there. So now the count 1-2. Rivers will come to the set. Here's the pitch. Strike three. Got him looking right there. An absolute dandy there by Brevin Rivers for out number 2 of the inning. Now the catcher, number 2, Jake Webster at the plate. Webster, a .321 hitter, 8 doubles and 15 ribeyes on the year. Rivers glances over there first. Freestone getting free to go there on the base passes. I'm sure at any time got plenty of speed out there as that's a ball high and in. 1-0. So again, already a run scored here in the inning. Pickoff move back to first as he'll be back in there safely. Rivers again will come to the set. Here's the pitch. Ball high, 2-0. Just miss on the inside part of the plate. Very nice pitch there from Rivers. Unfortunately didn't get the call there. Now 3 balls, no strikes here on the catcher, Jake Webster. Again with a man on and 2 away here in the inning. As that's in there, called a strike. Now 3-1. Rivers, usually primarily a strike-throwing machine, only has 9 walks on the year. As that's popped up in foul ground over to the first base side, and the ball will pop right out of the first baseman's glove. So now the count will be 3-2, full count here on Jake Webster. Another pickoff move. Freestone back in there again safely at first. Rivers will come to the set, and the payoff pitch will get him swinging. So a pair of strikeouts here in the inning will get him out of trouble here, but Shenandoah does score 1 run here in the top of the first inning, as they get 1 run here on 1 hit, also 2 errors, and 1 left on base. We'll now head to the bottom half of the first here from LaPel High School. We'll be back right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back here on the bottom half of the first inning here on the WHS Network. Again, a 1-0 lead here for Shenandoah through the first half inning of tonight's contest. Again, the winner of this game will then advance on to the Sectional 40 championship game held on Memorial Day, May the 27th. That will be a start time of 1 o'clock. And the winner of this game will play the winner of Monroe Central and LaPel. So about to get things started. We'll take again another look here at tonight's lineup. Pretty much the same here as usual. Garrett Stanley to lead things off. Riley Porter batting second. Lipscomb in the 3-hole. Batting fourth, the right fielder Braxton Davis. Batting fifth, the pitcher Brevin Rivers. Batting sixth, the designated hitter Luke Willman. He's hitting for the first baseman Gage Gadberry. Batting seventh, third baseman Nolan Dudley. Batting eighth, the shortstop Evan Roush. And batting ninth, playing left field Isiah Brewer. So again, that is starting lineup here for the Raiders. Again, scored 13 runs last night, 13 runs on 13 hits. And we're going to need every bit of those hits here tonight, and like to score close to that many runs. We'll take as many as we can get. But hopefully Garrett still has plenty left in the tank here. He had a real nice night last night. I believe he had 3 or 4 possibly hits in that game last night. I know one time he was 3 for 3. Can't remember what he ended up finishing up at. But definitely a big threat here on the base pass if he can get himself on here. 1-0 to begin things here with Garrett. And you got Myers on the mound here tonight for Shenandoah. Here's the windup and a 1-0 pitch. As that's going to be a little fly ball into shallow right field. And the right fielder's there to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So Riley Porter will now stand in. Porter on the season, a .289 average, 2 homers, 6 doubles, 14 RBIs. As he will swing and miss on the first pitch, 0-1. Myers gets a signs and the 0-1. Will miss low and inside for a ball, 1-1. And Myers will take a little time here to himself, regroup. Porter will do the same thing, step out of the batter's box, and now back in here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And that pitch will be fouled out of play. So 1-2 the count on the Raiders' second baseman. Myers here with a 1-2. Fouled back. So Porter will stay alive here in the hole or at 1-2. And the 1-2 once again to Porter. Will be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a quick 2 up and 2 down here for Wapahani to begin this bottom half of the first inning. Now we'll lean on the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, to get us going here in the first. Lipscomb coming into tonight's game with a .412 average, 1 home run. 26 RBIs, also 10 doubles, 1 triple. As it is 0-1 here on Tyson. Ball low. So 1-1 the count here on Lipscomb with Davis waiting on deck. Here's the pitch and outside, ball 2. Pitch fouled off to the third base side. Now 2-2 the count here on Lipscomb. Myers taking a long look in there. Finally sees what he likes. Here's the pitch, and that will be fouled back and out of play. So the count will stay put at 2-2 with nobody on and 2 out here in the inning. And Stanley flew out to the right fielder. Porter struck out swinging. Now let's see what Lipscomb can do right here. An even 2-2 count. Ball 3 low in the dirt there. Now a full count here on Tyson. Gotta love him working the count here, making sure that it's going to be the right pitch. And obviously anything close, you got to find a way to put the bat on the baseball. So here's the payoff pitch to Lipscomb. And that's going to be low and inside for a 2-out walk. So a great at bat there by Tyson as he'll trot on down the first. And now we'll see the right fielder, number 22, Braxton Davis. Again, I talked about that earlier in our Raiders Live pregame about the importance of being patient, especially in the at-bats here against Shenandoah. They're a team that walks a very good dose of batters here, 118 walks and 141 2/3 innings. That is quite a bit of walks. So you just got to be patient up there. At some point in time, they'll make a mistake, though, and you got to be able to cash in on it. As it is 1-0 here on Braxton. Myers will come to the set, and the 1-0 will be foul tipped back to the backstop area. Now 1-1. Swung on and missed. Now strike 2. So Braxton got a little work to do right here. Down 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch by Myers will be a ball high and away. 2-2's the count here on Braxton. Again, you got Tyson Lipscomb down at first base after a 2-out walk. And that's going to be all she wrote here in the bottom of the first inning. So, pair of strikeouts here for Myers in the first. As Wapahani gets no runs here on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll now head to the top of the second. Here from Bulldog Field in LaPelle, Indiana. Semifinal round of the Sectional 40 baseball tournament. We'll be back with more here on the WHS Network.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to baseball here on the WHS Network as we open up the top of the second inning here. Fly ball in the right field. Davis is there to make the play. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Down goes Colson White for the first down of the inning. And now we'll have the left fielder, number 7, Blake Surface, at the plate.
Number 7, Blake Surface.
And now that's going to be popped up in the foul ground. Lipscomb under it. And will make the catch. Very close right there. Kind of backpedaled there a little bit, but nice play there. So 2 pitches and 2 outs to begin this second inning. That's what you like to see right there. So now Tanner Goff will stand in.
Baseman number 3, Tanner Goff.
I would probably assume that he will not be swinging on this first pitch. So you would hate to see the opposing pitcher only throw 3 pitches in the inning here. So 0-1 to begin things here on Goff. Rivers with a wind-up. Here's the pitch. Strike throwing machine here now, 0-2. And the wind-up. Here's the pitch. See you later. Mowing them down. 5-pitch second inning here for Brevin Rivers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night there, folks. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left here for Shenandoah in the top of the second. We'll be back here with more Raider baseball on the WHS Network. Bottom half of second inning here, folks. Again, the Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership inning break here as we take a look here. So far, Shenandoah here with 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors. Wapahani no runs on no hits and 2 errors through the first inning and a half of tonight's semifinal round game between Wapahani and Shenandoah. Again, these 2 teams faced off against one another about a week and a half ago. And Wapahani won that one by a final score of 7-3 from Raider Field. So very good game here so far. Hopefully Wapahani can get the bats going right here, right now. And we'll lead things off here with the pitcher, Brevin Rivers.
Leading off, number 17, Brevin Peters.
So Myers on the rubber here. We'll get a signs here from his catcher. And the pitch here to begin things here on Brevin will be found back and out of play. 0-1 to begin things here on Rivers. Here's the 0-1. Ball low and in. Overthrowing just a little bit on that pitch. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch be fouled off to the right side, out of play. So Rivers in the hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As they always say, anything close, got to protect. Here's a 1-2 offering. And that's going to be a ball high to even the count up here at 2-2. Rivers coming into tonight's ball game hitting .341 on the year, 4 doubles, 20 RBIs. Has yet to get a home run, which is very surprising, as that's going to be fouled off again to the right side and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody on and nobody out. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. Nice piece of hitting there by Brevin to not only help himself out, but to get his teammates going here. So a leadoff single, first hit of the night here for Wapahani.
That is number 4, Luke.
And now we'll see the designated hitter, number 4, Luke Willman at the plate. We do have a courtesy runner now down at first, be number 7, Caleb Henderson. So again, he's now down at first base, running for Brevin Rivers. Got some speed out there. We'll see if Willman can continue where he left off last night. A 4-for-4 night. Big 2-run homer. Main thing here is, though, you just want to continue to get guys on base and hopefully score some runs somehow, some way. And we'll start things off here with a ball, 1-0. Again, Luke, a freshman, has been a big attribute here for Wapahani this season. Big-time pickup here. Came out here, hit .367, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. As Henderson is off and running. So 2-0 now the count after the stolen base. Or now 1-1, apologize. So Henderson now in scoring position. Raiders now just have to do their job. They'll get them on, get them over, get them in. Here's a pitch by Myers. And that's going to get by the catcher. So Henderson will go ahead and stroll on in there to third after the wild pitch. So 2-1 now the count here on Willman. Myers with the windup. Here's the pitch. He held up on the swing, now ball 3. Here's the 3-1 to Willman. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman there, and a miscue there as the Raiders will score a run to tie it up. Nice job there by Luke Willman. Excellent job there by Henderson to get himself in scoring position, as it's now a 1-1 ball game. And now the third baseman, number 16, Nolan Dudley at the plate. So 1-0 to begin things here on Nolan. Swung on and missed for a strike. Now 1 ball, 1 strike here on Nolan Dudley. Myers will get what he likes here, and pickoff move back to first. Willman back in there safely. Was barely even off a first base over there. So again, still 1-1 the count on Dudley with one out. Or pardon me, one on and nobody out. Another ball high, 2-1. Myers taking a long look in there. Will step off the mound, regroup once again. Finally gets something that looks about right. Dudley shows bunt. And it's a called strike. Missed the bunt anyway, so now 2-2 the count. And the 2-2 pitch will be a ball inside. So another good at bat here for Dudley. Be even better if he can draw a walk, find a way to get on base somehow, some way here with nobody out in the inning. And the payoff pitch, now it's going to be ball 4. So a great AB right there by Nolan Dudley. As the Raiders now have him at first and second, and still nobody out here in the inning. So Willman advances on the second.
Shortstop number 5.
Dudley at first, and time will be called here. We're going to have a little heart-to-heart conversation here between coach and pitcher. So while that's going on, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors again here this evening. University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a viable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and that cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is again located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana, and their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also to FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors Ted Cook and Joanne Davis. Let Ted and Joanne be the key to all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, or investment properties, we get the job done. Call Ted Cook at 765-744-8143 and Joanne Davis at 765-748-1316. Again, that is FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. So following the mound visits, we'll see Evan Roush now at the plate. Evan, 250 average, a double, 7 RBIs, had the big RBI single last night to top off the game there with a 13-3 victory. Bunt is shown, and Roush will foul it back to the backstop, 0-1. So we'll see if the bunt sign is still on. I would imagine that it probably still is. And a ball well high there. 1-1 the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Roush. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Again, 1 run's already scored. Ball 2, nice plate discipline there and pitch recognition by Evan Roush. You want to bunt strikes. Here's the 2-1. Ball 3. So the ball didn't get away quite enough for both runners to advance. So you're still here at a 3-1 count. Corner infielders playing in with second and shortstop still holding the second base runner close to the bag. Myers once again will come to the set here and step off their fake back there to second. And the 3-1 pitch. A bunt put down back to the pitcher. Nobody's over there. Finally, the second baseman gets over there in time. Roush nearly had an infield single, but still a job well done right there to move the runners up. So a 1-4 put out right there for out number 1 of the inning. Again, Willman now at third, Dudley at second, and the left fielder number 11, Isiah Brewer at the plate. Brewer batting .257, 2 doubles, 15 RBIs on the year. Had a real nice game last night, came through in the clutch here with a couple of hits, and looking for a big one right here as Myers will begin the at-bat here with the ball up. Here's the pitch. In there, called a strike. Now 1-1. Myers will come to the set here. Great opportunity here for Brewer. And the bunt will be fouled off. So 1-2 the count here on Isiah. Got to be disciplined up there at the plate. Been plenty of times right here that he's been in this situation. He's came through, and hopefully he can do the same thing right here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, down 2-2. Again, following Brewer will be right back to the top of the order there with Garrett Stanley as he awaits on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning in a 1-1 ball game. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be skipped into the plate for ball 3. Nice block there by the catcher to keep it close nearby. I got to give Wapahani a lot of credit here, too. They have really made Myers work here through these first now 5 batters of the second inning. Didn't really have to work too hard in the first. But here in this second inning, we've had lengthy at-bats, really making him work hard and really overexert himself. Little pop-up in the infield back to the pitcher as he'll make the catch for out number 2 of the inning. So unfortunate there for Brewer, couldn't cash in, but maybe he'll get it next time around with now 2 out here in the inning. Back to the top of the order we go here with center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley. Again, Garrett had a big night last night. He flew out to the right fielder in the bottom of the first. So a big at-bat here for Garrett and Wapahani. And laced right back up the middle. We're going to have a close play. And out is the call. Nice play there by the shortstop to make the play. So Stanley nearly was able to get the job done, but unfortunately, nice play there by the shortstop will end the inning. So again, Wapahani does get on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 run here on 1 hit, also an error. And 2 left on base. We'll now head to the top of the third. Again, tied at 1. We'll be back with more on the WHS Network. Stop on in at Jones Auto Body Wapahani, owned by J.R. Fain in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. All right, folks, again, welcome back here. I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy as we open up this third inning with a called strike 0-1 to begin things here on the center fielder, number 4, Gabe Young. Fouled back, now 0-2 the count. Good, and we appreciate you all for joining us here tonight. Hopefully all of you have enjoyed the broadcast here so far through the first 2 innings and a couple of pitches as well. Here's the pitch from Rivers. Nice diving action on that pitch. Still a 0-2 count after the pitch was found back and out of play there by Young. Again, this is the first game of the semifinal round. Second game will be coming up following this game, and that will be between Monroe Central and LaPel. So it should be a very good matchup there between those two teams. Rivers here with 1-2 strike count here on Young. With a wind-up, here's the pitch. And a line out there to the shortstop, Roush. Talk about being at the right place at the right time right there. So back to the top of the lineup here for Shenandoah. We'll have now the third baseman, number 12, Kyle Randolph. 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop to begin the ball game. As he'll foul that one back and out of play, 0-1 to begin things. Again, Randolph, a .323 hitter. 1 home run, 12 RBIs coming into tonight's ball game. Ground ball here to the third baseman. Dudley collects, throws to first. So a quick 2 up, 2 down here for Brevin Rivers to begin this third. Nice play there by Nolan. And we'll have now the right fielder, number 6, Lucas Wiesfeld. The Wiesfeld, 1 for 1. Also with a run scored in the first inning. As that is in there, 0-1. Ball low and away there now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was only the second ball thrown here in this inning. He was a strike throwing machine in the second inning. Much of the same here in this third inning so far. 8 strikes and 2 balls here in the third. And the 1-2. Ground ball here to the first baseman. Gadberry tosses on to the pitcher there to touch first base for the third and final out of the inning. So a nice job right there. PFPs, got to love those. Job well done there by Gadberry and Rivers. For the third and final out there is Shenandoah gets no runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on as we now enter the bottom half of the third inning, tied at 1. We'll be back after this.
you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, Raider fans, again back here. The bottom half of the third inning. Again, Shenandoah here with 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error through the first 2.5 innings. And Wapahani with 1 run on 1 hit and 2 errors. So the Raiders really threatened for more, or I guess I should clarify, Wapahani was threatening for more there in the bottom half of the second inning. Couldn't push any more runs across. Very close to getting it to at least a 2 to possibly 3-1 ball game. But nevertheless, tied here at 1. We'll see what happens here in the bottom of the third inning as we'll lead things off here with the second baseman, number 21, Riley Porter. So Porter struck out swinging back in the first inning. Again, coming into tonight, Riley a .289 hitter with 2 homers, 6 doubles, 14 RBIs. So looking for his first hit of the night right here. No better time than right now to get it done. So the pitch will be in there for a ball up and out of the zone, 1-0. Again, I think the old saying goes, patience is the virtue. And we've seen much more patience here from Wapahani as that pitch looked inside, but umpire called a strike and just got to go with it here. Now 1-1 the count here on Porter. But as I was just saying there, though, because I touched on that in our pregame report, our Raiders Live pregame, about how we have to be patient at the plate and make him throw strikes, and when he does, you got to be able to execute on those pitches. As Porter pops one up there to the second baseman, he'll be there to make the catch. So he skied that one up pretty good up there in the air for the first down of the inning. But these guys have just got to continue to be patient. Make sure you're hitting your pitch, and hopefully great things will happen. So Lipscomb will now stand in here, 0 for 0 on the day. Drew a walk in the first inning, was left stranded at first. And that's going to be a ball high and away, 1-0 on Lipscomb. Again, this has really been a great night for baseball here. Had quite a bit of rain and storms earlier this morning, and even had a little bit in the afternoon. Not much, but just a very little bit, as that pitch is fouled back and out of play. But again, I want to reiterate what a nice job the lapel coaches and administrators have done coming out here, getting this field ready. Looks great here tonight, and it's been a very nice evening for some sectional 40 baseball, as that is called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Now 1-2 the count. So Lipscomb will stand back in here, down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see what Myers has in store here. Here's the pitch. Ball low and away. Not bad placement there. So imagine after going low and away right there, I'm sure something will be up in the zone here. And 2-2 pitch. Nope, goes back low and away once again. So nice pair of eyes there by Lipscomb, holding off the last 2 pitches here to work it into a more favorable count. Full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes here on the Raiders catcher. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. It'll be a fly ball down the third baseline foul. And it's hard for me to necessarily see everything because essentially I can only see half of the field here. I can see basically from home plate, straight line all the way out to center field. Everything to the left side is pretty much non-existent with the, I guess, the wall that's in front of me there. Nothing I can do about it. Nobody else can do about it either. So really relying upon Redbeard, especially here this evening, as that is a ball outside and another great at-bat here by Lipscomb. And another great at-bat here by a Raider hitter overall.
Right fielder, number 22.
The patience, making sure it's your pitch. And we're hoping Braxton can get the job done here. 0 for 1 here on the night. Struck out swinging in the first, so I'm sure he's hoping for a better result this time around. With Lipscomb on and one away here in the inning. Chasing a little bit of the high stuff there. 0-1 on Davis. Again, Braxton coming into tonight, .292 average. 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 17 RBIs. Pickoff move back to first. Lipscomb in there safely. Myers taking a long look in there, finally sees what he likes, and the pitch. Nice eye there by Davis. Now 1-1 the count. Again, the middle infield playing in double play depth. And time we called there. Nice move there by Braxton. Pitcher taking too long here. Don't be afraid to call time. He's trying to obviously play some, I guess, mind games, so to speak. So gotta roll with the punches here, so to speak, and play those same kind of games here. And hopefully we'll see Braxton get on base here somehow, as it's now 1-2. So 1 ball in, 2 strikes here on Braxton Davis. Again, Lipscomb down at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning in a tie ball game here at 1. And again, a pickoff move back to first. And, you want to keep the base runner honest over there, but Lipscomb, not usually a big base-stealing threat. I mean, he's got, pretty decent wheels over there, but he's not somebody that's really going to steal a lot of bases for you. And as soon as that happens, the pitcher, again, paying a little too close attention, and that's what happens in the result. You throw the ball away. Now Lipscomb advances on a second base, and that's a win for Tyson there. I mean, the mind games continued there and worked out in our favor. So still 1-2. Davis now with a man in scoring position, and he'll look at strike 3. So not sure what the idea was there, but nevertheless, 2 out now here in the inning, and the pitcher, number 17, Brevin Rivers, at the plate. Tell you what, Myers having a troubling time out there. Lipscomb has got him all kinds of flustered. Rivers, I'm sure, is hoping that that frustration might cause a mistake and a pitch right down the middle. And Got a pretty good pitch to handle right there. Unfortunately, Rivers fouled it off out of play, 0-1. So 0-1 the count here on Brevin. 1 for 1 here on the night, also with a run scored. Has our lone base hit so far of the evening. A long pause here by Myers. Goodness gracious. Here's the 0-1 to Rivers. And that's going to get through the left side of the infield. Or no, actually it will not. Oh, third baseman caught it. Well, thanks. I couldn't, to be quite honest with you again, I couldn't see what happened right there. I thought it might have got through, but unfortunately the third baseman there making a nice snatch, and that will be the third and final out of the inning. So the Raiders again get a base runner off of the walk of Lipscomb. Nothing to show for here. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll now head to the top of the fourth. Again, tied at 1. We'll be back with more after this commercial break. All right, folks, welcome back here again with a 1-1 tie ball game as we enter the top of the fourth inning. So the Wapahani Raiders have had a couple of opportunities here, just unfortunately hasn't worked out too good for us. But, hey, at least it's a tie ball game right now. We're still in striking distance, and great things can happen from here potentially. So 0-1 after the swing and miss. There to Landon Freestone. Ball high and out of the zone. 1 ball and a strike here. Freestone on the night, 0 for 1. Reach base on a fielding error by the shortstop. Swung on and missed, now 1-2. Pitch fouled off and out of play. So the count remains here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. You have Gavin Patrick on deck. Rivers with the windup. Here's the pitch. A ball high and in. Nothing wrong with that there. Change the eye level of the hitter. Of course, we'll say, though, anytime you get a pitch around the head area, makes things a tad bit more interesting. I probably wouldn't necessarily suggest that all the time, as that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Stanley will not come up with a play. I thought originally that he made the play. So the ball went in and out of the glove. So that's going to be a leadoff double for Freestone. So Freestone out there in second will have the designated hitter, number 23, Gavin Patrick, at the plate. Struck out looking in the first.
Batters number 23, Gavin Patrick.
So Rivers going to have to work out of a slight jam here in the top of the fourth inning. It's been kind of smooth sailing in the last two innings. Ground ball here to the third base side. That's going to get through. So now Shenandoah all of a sudden with a pair of runners on the corners now. Back-to-back base hits. And the catcher, number 2, Jake Webster, at the plate. Webster third on the team in RBIs on the season with 15 of them coming into tonight's game. Just got to settle in here if you're Brevin. Got to get it out, as that's going to be a ball high, 1-0. Rivers will come to the set. Here's the pitch, a ground ball. And a nice stop there by the third baseman. He'll get him out at second for a force out. But the run does score to now give Shenandoah another lead, now 2-1. So again, Freestone scores on the play. RBI there for Webster.
Batters the first baseman, number 14.
So now we'll have the first baseman, number 14, Colson White, at the plate. White is 0 for 1. Flew out to the right fielder in the second inning. And here's the pitch here, a ball high and in. 1-0 to begin things here on White. Got a very nice crowd out here this evening from Bulldog Field here in LaPel, Indiana. Is a fly ball in the shallow center field. And the ball's going to fall in. And the ball's now going to get by the shortstop. So somebody's got to make the play right there. That's where communication becomes very, very important. You had three guys that had a shot at it, and everybody looked at one another. So unfortunate there for Wapahani, as now Shenandoah will now have first and second, and only one out still. Will now have a mound visit here as head coach Brian Dudley comes out to have a little chat with everybody. I'm sure it's not necessarily aimed at Brevin, more about, hey guys, we got to get it out here. That should have been an out. So get out of this inning, keep your head straight, and go from here. So 3 hits here in the inning for the Shenandoah Raiders. Again, first and second, one out, and we'll have the left fielder, number 7, Blake Surface, at the plate. Surface fouled out to the catcher in the second inning. So here's the pitch, and that's going to be a deep drive in the left field. And that will be gone. So a 3-run homer here for Surface. And that now gives Shenandoah a very comfortable 5-1 lead. So now the second base, number 3, Tanner Goff at the plate for Shenandoah. Against a one away here in the inning.
Batter's number 3, Tanner Goff.
So 0-1 to begin things here on Tanner Goff. 0 for 1 here on the night. Now 0-2 the count. And that's going to be strike 3. See you later. So now 2 out here in the inning, and we'll see the center fielder number 4, Gabe Young. He is 0 for 1, lined out to the shortstop in the third inning. So 1-0 here on Young.
This is the kid that was supposed to. He had 3 track events and scrapped them all.
2 balls, no strikes. In there, called a strike now, 2-1. And a fly ball over on the right side. That's going to get out of play. So that will even the count up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 out here in the top of the 4th against Shenandoah. With a big blow to things here after a 3-run homer there by Blake Surface. And the batter did not go, so that will run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball here. And that's going to get by the third baseman down the left field line. So another hit. So back to the top of the order, as we'll see the third baseman, Kyle Randolph. Randolph 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. So Randolph taking some time here, steps in there. Rivers will come to the set and the pitch. And there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch out on the run, and that's going to get by the second baseman again. That once it hits that grass, it's that's tough to pick it right there. It's an unfortunate hop, but now 1-1 the count again after the stolen base. Now you got a man out there at second base in scoring position again. Rivers comes to the set and the 1-1. Be swung on and missed, strike 2. Man, not sure where that one missed right there. I guess the ideal is not sure that it did miss, but nevertheless, still 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Randolph. And the pitch will be skied up into the infield. Roush will be there and will make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. But a big blow again here by the Shenandoah Raiders, putting 4 runs up on the board here in the top of the 4th inning. As they now lead at 5-1, we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back with more after this break.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, here, bottom of the 4th inning here from Bulldog Field in LaPel, Indiana. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy as we enter this bottom half of the 4th inning, down now 5-1. And Shenandoah definitely now in the driver's seat as that's in there for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, and a pitch. A ball up and out of the zone now, 2-0. Myers gets what he likes. Here's the pitch, as that's going to be skied up back to the backstop and out of play. So the Raiders really yet to really get any, kind of big hit. I mean, we've had 1 hit on the day so far. We had 13 of them last night. That's, I guess, the bad part of things is you go from having 13 runs on 13 hits to now coming back tonight, and we can barely even get anybody on base, as that will be a hit by pitch. There's Willman. Will trot on the first. And now the third base, number 16, Nolan Dudley, will stand at home plate.
Cameron. Hey, Cam.
And looks like we might have a mound visit. I don't know about a pitching change, but at least a mound visit here. So we'd like to thank more of our sponsors here this evening, the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, which is President Richard Morris. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also to purchase an engraved brick for the alumni brick walkway out at Wapahani High School. You can simply fill out a form, which is on the homepage of the alumni website. So again, a special thanks to the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, a proud sponsor of the WHS network. So this has been a very lengthy mound meeting here. So now finally got everything together here, and hopefully we'll be back to baseball here in just a moment.
Batters number 16, Nolan Dudley.
So Dudley 0 for 0, drew a walk in the second inning. Obviously, Wapahani is in desperate need of base runners here. You got the leadoff man on here in Willman. We've got to continue this trend, though, if we're going to get back into things and hopefully give ourselves a chance. So 1-0 on Nolan. So 2 balls, no strikes on Dudley. Myers again will come to the set here. Takes a glance over at first. And the pitch. In there for a called strike. There's the 2-1. Ball low and in. So 3 balls, 1 strike here on the Raiders' third baseman. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 3-1, and that's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back walks to open up the inning. So now we'll have the shortstop, number 5, Evan Roush. Evan put down a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Nearly ended up getting a hit out of it, but second baseman got over there just in the nick of time to be able to record the outs. So Myers again with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch to Roush, as that one be fouled off to the backstop, 0-1. Again, Roush delivered the winning hit last night against Muncie Burrows, beating them 13-3, had the RBI single to end the ball game in 5 innings. There's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball high and away. Myers finally gets what he likes. Here's the pitch. Throws that one low. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Roush. You have Wilma at second, Dudley at first, and nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Took a good hearty hack at that one. Just unfortunately came up a little empty. And we got to string some base runners together, string some hits, walks. I don't care what you got to do. We've just got to get back to business here, because things have gotten definitely away from us. Unfortunately, I mean, you're still technically in the ball game here, but these 4 runs seem like it's a lot more than that. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roush steps back in there. Myers back on the rubber as he'll take a look inside, and the 2-2 pitch will be another ball high, 3-2. So again, you have the hit by pitch. I think I said earlier we had back-to-back walks. I incorrectly said that there. Willman was hit by a pitch, then a walk there to Dudley. A full count here to Roush. And that's going to be a little bloop shot in the right center. And the center fielder will be there to make the catch. So Willman tags up, moves on to third. So a productive out there by Roush. Still advancing the runner. Now only 90 feet away. So Willman at third. Dudley stays put at first. And now the left fielder, number 11, Isiah Brewer, will come to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Popped it up to the pitcher in the second inning. Worked it into a full count. Was down 1-2 in the count. Was able to work it into a more favorable situation for him. Just couldn't come up with anything. So this is a big moment here for Isiah. As he looks to get on base and hopefully pick up a hit and an RBI, as that's called a strike. 0-1 on the very outside part of the plate. Here's the 0-1 offering. Ground ball here to the second baseman. Dudley will be out at second, but that's all they're going to get. So Wapahani does score a run on the RBI ground out there by Brewer. So a job well done there by Isiah. So that was a 4-6 force out there for out number 2 of the inning.
Batter's number 15, Garrett Stanley.
So back to the top of the order here with center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley. Stanley 0 for 2 so far. Again, you have Brewer at first base, 2 away in the inning. 5-2 ball game. And that pitch is going to be a ball. So now I'm at the point where I'm not quite sure what's a ball and what's a strike. Because a pitch that was a little bit outside to the left-hander was called a strike, and now pretty much about the same location, maybe even more on the plate, was called a ball this time around. Now that will be called a strike, now 1-1. So 1-1 the count here on Garrett. Myers once again taking a long look in there. Glances at first and the pitch. And that one's going to sail all the way to the backstop. So that will now move the runner up now to second in Brewer. 2-1. Stanley yet to get a hit. Now's a great opportunity. Yeah, Brewer second base in scoring position. Right side of the infield is wide open over there. And here's the 2-1. And that's going to be a fly ball, right center field, and it's going to get down. It's going to go nearly all the way to the fence, and that's going to be an RBI double, Garrett Stanley. Heck yes. So Wapahani is slowly but surely trying to get themselves right back in contention of things. So Brewer scores on the RBI double of Garrett Stanley. And the second baseman, number 21, Riley Porter, will now stand in here 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first, then popped it up to the second baseman in the third. Yet another young man that is yet to get a hit here tonight. Key opportunity here Don't get too many of them here, so you got to make good of the opportunities you do get. And Stanley will be in there safely at third on the stolen base. So he's now down at third. So 1 ball, no strikes here to the Raiders' second baseman, Riley Porter. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. You got to believe that, we all know, you got the left-handed hitter Lipscomb on deck. But I'm not quite sure that Myers will be in this game a whole lot longer here, regardless of what happens in this at-bat to Porter. So 3-0 the count. Again, you have Stanley at third, 2 out here in the inning. And the 3-0 pitch will be low and away for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Porter. And we'll see now at the plate the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb. Of course, they have a pitcher down there warming up. I think it is Gavin Patrick warming up down there in the bullpen for Shenandoah. It's been down there now for probably pretty close to probably a good 6 or 7 minutes at least. So I'm sure he's more than warmed up. So we'll see what Lipscomb can do. He's yet to get a hit, but he's been on base 2 times via the walk. And here we go, a deep drive to right, and it's going to be foul. Man, if that would have been fair, that was long gone. It's got to straighten one out right here. Again, you have runners on the corners. You have Stanley at third, Porter at first, and 0-1 on the Raiders catcher, Tyson Lipscomb. Here's the pitch. A ball high and in, 1-1 the count. Myers will come to the set. Here's the 1-1. Ball outside for 2-1 count. Two and one here on Lipscomb. Here's the pitch. And here we are, a deep drive to right. It's back, and it's going to be gone! Tyson Lipscomb with a 3-run homer, and that will give the Raiders a 1-run lead. And that's all coming with 2 out here in the inning. Oh, heck yes! That is absolutely unbelievable. One good old swing of the bat there by Lipscomb. Again, he attacked the pitch on the very first pitch of the at-bat, drove it down the right field line, but was well foul. And he got all of it again and kept it fair this time around, and Wapahani has now taken a 6-5 lead. So we'll have a pitching change here by Shenandoah. Gavin Patrick now coming out of the bullpen and will take over the pitching duties as we'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with more on the WHS Network. All right, folks, so we have a pitching change here. I got the name wrong before. I thought it was Gavin Patrick coming in. It is actually Jackson Campbell now on the mound here for Shenandoah. So he'll start things off here 0-1 on the Raiders right fielder Braxton Davis. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here on Davis. Again, the Raiders have plated 5 here in the inning. Here's the pitch, outside for a ball, now 1-2. Campbell with a pitch, and it's going to be skied out of play. So we're going to redo it here at 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the Raiders right fielder Braxton Davis. Campbell will come to the set, and a pitch, a ball lowered away. Nice pair of eyes there by Davis. Keeping the bat back there, not lunging towards the pitch in the dirt. Campbell with a 2-2 offering will be again fouled back and out of play. So just got to keep battling here. Got to stay alive, as the old Saturday Night Fever disco song goes. So again, 2-2, 2 out, and nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. And a foul back again by Davis. Tell you what, the young man's having a tough go of it there and just keeping his hat on out there at the pitcher's mound. I think the hair might be becoming a factor there for him. So again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A ball high and in, 3-2. So this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Campbell back on the rubber. We'll come to the set here, and a payoff pitch will be chopped to the third base side. So pitch number 10 coming up. I'd say this is definitely one of the better at-bats that Davis has had definitely here of the day, and probably within the last couple of days here. He had a real nice game yesterday, but as far as lengthiness and making a pitcher work here, he's done a nice job of it here so far. Another pop-up. Will there be enough room? There will not be. He'll head out of play. So 3-2, full count. Davis 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts, looking to get back to his hitting ways here, and that's going to be ball 4. What a great at-bat right there by Braxton Davis. Excellent at-bat. So now we'll have the pitcher, number 17, Brevin Rivers, at the plate, with now 1 on and still 2 out. Campbell with a pitch, and that's going to be in there for a called strike 0-1. I'll tell you what, that was the same location of the last pitch there on Davis. I don't care what anybody says. So if that was If that was a ball to Davis, then that should have been a ball to Rivers. Just saying. Chop to the third base side. That's going to get through the 5 and 6 hole. Got to hit them where they're not. And that's exactly what Rivers did right there. And as they say, keep the line of moving. So Henderson will come back in. Here's a courtesy runner for Brevin Rivers. Second hit of the ninth there for Brevin, 2 for 3 so far.
Batting number 4, Luke Wilman.
And now where it all began with Luke Willman was hit by a pitch. The count was 2-1, and was hit by a pitch. He ended up scoring on the ground out there by Brosier, and then the rest is history from there to this point. And that's a ball low and away, 1-0 on Willman. Again, 0 for 1. Reached base on an error in the second, and again was hit by a pitch in the fourth. As that ball was fouled back and out of play, now even account at 1-1. Campbell with the pitch, and that's going to be skied up in the shallow right field. And the first baseman will make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But hey, fans, the Raiders have came right back here in the bottom of the fourth after allowing 4 runs in the top of the fourth inning. We've came back with 5 here in the bottom half of the fourth inning and lead at 6-5 as we enter the top of the fifth. We'll be back here with more on the WHS Network. Alrighty, folks, here we are, top of the fifth inning here from Bulldog Field. I think we've all gotten a little bit more of a pep in the step. And a little bloop shot in the right field. There's Davis to make the catch for out number 1 of the inning.
Batters the shortstop, Landon Lipscomb.
So with now 1 out here in the inning, we'll have the shortstop number 5, Landon Freestone, at the plate. As that's going to be fouled back out of play, 0-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball left center field. Stanley back and will make the catch for out number 2 of the inning. It's a long way out there. So now we'll have the designated hitter now, number 23, Gavin Patrick, at the plate. 1 for 2 so far. Struck out looking in the first and singled in the fourth. So the pitch by Brevin will drop on in there for a strike on one. Fouled off and out of play, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Little dribbler fouled back to the backstop, so we're going to redo it here. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ball high. 1-2. Outside. Just by a little bit there. Now an even count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the hitter went. That's going to be strike 3 to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 5th as Brevin Rivers mows them down here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Bottom of the 5th we go here from Shenandoah, or from Lapel rather, taking on Shenandoah. We'll be back after this.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Back here now with the bottom half of the 5th inning, getting a 6-5 Wapahani lead as we enter the bottom half here. And Wapahani with a very big bottom half of the 4th inning, and 4 runs scored with 2 outs, 5 runs scored total in the inning. You had an RBI ground out by Brosier, a RBI double by Garrett Stanley, and then a 3-run homer by Tyson Lipscomb to put the Raiders back on top here, just barely though, only by 1 run. So obviously you can't hit the relax button now. We've got to keep pushing forward from here and tack on some more runs because, number one, you can never have too many runs. But the way things have been going here in this game tonight, I don't know if you can score enough, to be quite honest with you. 6-5 ball game, plenty of offense here within the last couple of innings, or within the last inning here. And we'll lead things off now here in the bottom of the 5th inning with third baseman number 16, Nolan Dudley. Nolan is 0 for 0 still on the day. Has a pair of walks as he will sky that one to the right side. That's going to head out of play. So 0-1 to begin things here on the Raiders' third baseman. Again, Dudley had a little bit of a rough night last night, but good thing is able to come out and have another day of it right here. Push what happened yesterday out of the way, and he's really had 2 very, very good at-bats so far here tonight. Ball low, 1-1. That's the beauty of the game. You know, you can have a bad game, come right back, and follow it up with a great game. Campbell comes to the set. Here's a 1-1. Another one low. 2 balls and a strike. Again, following Dudley will be Roush and Brosier, 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the bottom of the 5th. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Big cut right there from Nolan. And a ball low and away to once again run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is obviously the third time in as many at-bats here he's worked the ball or worked the count. And I've said that time and time and again here with all these hitters, you have to be patient. And a laced in the center field, and the center fielder makes a sliding grab. That was well executed there by the young man.
Batter's the shortstop.
So not much you can do about that there if you're Nolan. Hit it right there on the screws, and just a nice play there by center fielder Young for out number 1 of the inning. And the number 8 hitter in the order, Evan Roush, at the plate. Roush is 0 for 1. So that's a called strike, 0-1. He put down a sacrifice bunt back in the second inning and then flew out to the center fielder in the fourth. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, low and away. Two 2-1 pitch by Campbell will be up and in. And then now another 3-ball count for another Shenandoah pitcher. And in there, called strike 2. So runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Campbell again will come to the set. Here's the payoff, and that's going to be ball 4. So Roush on here for the first time of the game. Another productive at bat there as he's on down there at first. And the left fielder, number 11, Isiah Brewer, at the plate. Cashed in with a RBI ground out there in the 4th inning. 0 for 2, but got a big RBI there, and it led to bigger things in the inning. Campbell taking a long look in there. Glances a little bit over there first. Here's a pitch, and that one's going to be fouled off to the third base side. Is there going to be enough room, and shortstop will make the play for out number 2 of the inning. So back to the top of the lineup. We'll have Garrett Stanley now coming up to the plate. 1 for 3 so far.
Center fielder Garrett Stanley.
Had a RBI double there in the 4th inning, again with 2 out in the inning. That plated Isiah Brewer. So you still have Roush at first, 2 away. And the pitch here, Roush takes off for second, and he's going to be safe as the ball gets jarred loose. So 0-1 here to Stanley after the stolen base. And that's going to get through. Here comes Roush, motored around third. We're going to have a play here at the plate, and he's going to be safe. Yes! Stanley with a RBI double, and the Raiders extend their lead now to 7-5. So again, you got the stolen base there by Evan Roush, and then was big-time key hitting again by Stanley. Was able to plate Roush on the RBI double And will now bring to the plate second baseman number 21, Riley Porter. And again, this coming with 2 out. Every now and again, you got to bring that 2-out magic to the table. Like to do that every ball game. But nevertheless, 7-5 lead here. Stanley out at second, Porter at the plate. And that's going to be low for a ball, 1-0. Oh, man, that's a close pitch right there. Low and inside, got the call for a strike, now 1-1. That one hit the dirt. Now 2 balls, 1 strike here on Porter. Again, Riley is 0 for 2. Drew a walk in the 4th inning, though. And then scored the run on the 3-run homer by Tyson Lipscomb. Stanley with a sizable lead out there at second. He'll take off for third. And he'll be in there safely with another stolen base. A swing and miss there by Porter. Now 2 balls, 2 strike count. Second stolen base now of the night here for Garrett. And now 90 feet away from home. So that could be potentially a costly stolen base right there. Possibly a hit or maybe a wild pitch. Nevertheless, they're a ball low now. Runs another count here to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, ball 4. Another great at bat, Riley Porter will trot on down to first. 2 walks now in the game here for him. You have runners on the corners with the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb at the plate. Got to say, I'm a little surprised that nobody has came out to talk to Campbell. Gotten himself into trouble here. And I'm sure would probably like to have a little pep talk, but they're going to intentionally walk Lipscomb to load the bases. So now we'll have Stanley at third, Porter at second, Lipscomb at first, and the right fielder, number 22, Braxton Davis at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, drew a walk in the 4th. And that's going to be a ball low and away, 1-0. And a little nub shot down the first base line. He'll throw on the first, and that's that. So unfortunate there for Braxton. But Wapahani does tack on another run here in the bottom half of the 5th inning after a RBI single by Garrett Stanley. Will plate Evan Roush here. Wapahani scores 1 run here on 1 hit, also no errors, and 3 left on. We'll head now to the top of the 6th. Wapahani 7, Shenandoah 5.
Shenandoah, the catcher, Jake Webster.
All right, folks. Brandon Morvillius along with me here was cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy as we open up the top of the 6th inning here with a fly ball and nice snag right there by the shortstop, Evan Roush. Little bloop shot there in the left field, but tracked down for out number 1 of the inning as Webster is out of there for the 3rd time of the ball game. Called a strike 0-1 here on Colson White. There's the 0-1, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Davis there, and will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Now the left fielder, number 7, Blake Surface at the plate.
Now batting number 7, Blake
Surface had a 3-run homer in the 4th inning, which was a very big hit at the time. Put a 5-1 lead there for Shenandoah at the moment as he'll line one in the right center field. That's going to go over the head there of Davis. Go all the way to the fence, so that's going to be at least a triple. So a 2-out triple here by Surface as he just keeps on keeping on here in this one. Fouled out to the catcher in the 2nd inning. Since then, a 3-run homer and a triple. So Tanner Goff now will stand in. Actually, now we're going to have a pinch hitter.
Now batting number 19, Ty Alexander.
So Ty Alexander will be the pinch hitter. So again, he will be hitting for Tanner Goff. Again, you have a runner at 3rd after the 2-out triple by Surface. Alexander coming to the plate here for the first time of the night. Rivers just looking to get this final out of the inning. And here's the pitch, as that will drop in there for a called strike 0-1. Wind up and a pitch. Chop to the 3rd base side. It's going to be a tough play. And out is the call. Nicely done there by Nolan Dudley. A slow roller, able to nab him at first for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So a 7-5 lead here for Wapahani as we enter the bottom half of the 6th. We'll be back here with more on the WHS Network.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
Alrighty, here we are, bottom half the 6th inning, folks, on the WHS Network, a 7-5 Wapahani lead, as you can see there on your screen with the Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC inning game break. A 5-run, 7-hit, 1-error night so far here for Shenandoah. Wapahani 7 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors so far. As we'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with the pitcher, Brevin Rivers. So Rivers 2 for 3 on the night. Singled in the second, scored a run. Lined out to the third baseman in the third, and then singled in the fourth. And there's a deep drive to left. Does it have enough? It's going to be out of here. So Rivers, with his first home run of the season. And what a great night to get your first one of the year. So Brevin Rivers helping his own cause with a solo shot here in the bottom of the sixth. So again, just cushion a lead a little bit more to make it an 8-5 ball game. As that pitch is going to be fouled out of play, 0-1 here on the Raiders' designated hitter, Luke Willman. 0 for 2 night here for Luke so far. Grounded out into it was actually an error by the third baseman rather, but reached third as that's in there, strike 2. Was hit by a pitch, then a scored a run, and then popped it up to the first baseman in the fifth inning. Or in the fourth inning. Goodness gracious, I forgot he batted 2 times there in the fourth. Got me all kinds of screwed up. So Willman in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Campbell will come to the set and the pitch. Outside and low for a ball, 1-2. Here's a 1-2 offering. Little nub shot to the shortstop. He'll throw on the first, and a nice stretch down there by the first baseman. Goodness gracious. That's how you do that. Always have a great respect there to the first baseman, considering I was one. There was no way I was ever stretching like that. But for goodness sake, that's a job well done right there, able to get the runner. So Willman 0 for 3 now on the night. As that is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Here on Nolan Dudley. Dudley has had a nice evening here. He's 0 for 1, but he's been on base twice with a pair of walks. Lined out to the center fielder his last time around, and right back up the middle. Great night here for Dudley. Bounce back night here for Nolan. That's great to see. Got to have a short memory in this game. So Roush will now step in. He is 0 for 1 on the night. Sacrifice bunt in the second. Flew out to the center fielder in the fourth. And then walked and scored a run, also stole a base in the fifth. And looks like we might have a little change here. I'm not sure what the change will be. Looks like we're going to have a runner come on. And it will be number 9, Landon Thompson. So Thompson will now come in and run here for Dudley.
Now batting number 8, Landon Bray.
And Landon Bray now at the plate. He'll be hitting for Evan Roush. So that's going to be a ball outside. Thompson gets back in there safely at first. So 1-0 to begin things here on Bray. Again, Thompson at first with one away in the inning as that pitch is going to be fouled off. So now even a count here to ball and a strike. Campbell will come to the set here. Here's the pitch. Again, another one fouled off to the backstop. Now 1-2. Got to protect here with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Again, Landon Thompson over at first. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball through the 5 and 6 hole over there. Thompson's going to take off for third. He'll be in there diving in safely. Nice piece of hitting there by Landon Bray. And the Raiders have him on the corners again with only one out here in the inning. First to third is Thompson, as we'll now see the number 9 hitter in the order, left fielder number 11, Isiah Brewer at the plate.
Number 11, Isiah Brewer.
Brewer 0 for 3 with a run scored and also an RBI. Campbell with a pitch. Bray will take off for second. So a stolen base right there. 1-0 the count here on Brewer. Campbell takes a long look in there. He'll come to the set. And the 1-0 offering will be a ball high and away. Again now 2-0. Brewer looking to cash in again here, collect hopefully at least one more RBI, possibly two. You got a pair of runners out there waiting to be knocked in here with still only one out here in the inning. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3 low and in. So yet again, another 3-ball count here for another Wapahani hitter. And a pitch here, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. So now you've entered the danger zone now because you have the bases loaded and the top of the order coming up here with Garrett Stanley. And now a mound visit here for Shenandoah. So during this time, again, we'd like to thank more of our sponsors here this evening. I'd like to thank Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they've been servicing the community for over 30 years. So if you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, make sure to contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So following the mound visit here, again, the bases are tanked, one away in the inning. And Wapahani has the center fielder, Garrett Stanley, at the plate. 2 for 4 so far, first 2 at-bats. Flew out and grounded out. Since then, he's had a RBI double and an RBI single. And that's going to be in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Campbell will come to the set and the pitch. And that's going to get through the right side of the infield. That's going to score 2. Thompson scores. Bray arriving at home. And a big-time dagger right there by Garrett Stanley. So Wapahani tacks on 2 more runs. 4 RBIs now tonight here for Garrett. Again, as Thompson scores and Bray scores. We'll have runners on the corners. You have Brosier now at third. Stanley at first. So Riley Porter now at the plate. Still only 1 out in the inning. And Stanley will take second base. So 1-0 the count here on Porter. And that looks like that's going to be I'm assuming the end of the road here for the pitcher. Maybe a double switch will be coming up. So 1 ball and no strikes here on Riley Porter. We're going to have a pitching change. Wapahani 10, Shenandoah 5. We'll be back with more here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Folks, so again, following the pitching change, again, some of the changes now, Colson White moved from the first base bag to the pitcher's mound, and Gavin Patrick went from the designated hitter now to first base. So Campbell out of the ball game, and we'll see what White has to offer here. Again, it's 1-0 the count here on Riley Porter. White will come to the set and the pitch. In there for a strike to even the count up here at 1-1. And you have runners at second and third. You have Brosier at third and Stanley at second. Swung on and missed. Now strike 2. Porter again, back-to-back walks here the last 2 plate appearances. Let's see what he can do here. And here we go, a deep drive left center. Left fielder's there to make the catch, but that's going to score another run. Both runners advance. So Brosier scores after the RBI flyout, sacrifice flyout, for out number 2 of the inning. Nice job there by Porter. So now the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, will be at the plate with 2 out in the inning. And here's the pitch from White in there for a strike, 0-1. Lipscomb is 1 for 1 on the night, has 3 walks and also a 3-run homer. I guess that's very fitting. There's 3s all around if you really think about it. 3 walks, a 3-run homer. Where's the number 3 and hits third in the order? So 0-2 the count here on Lipscomb. White will come to the set here, and the 0-2 pitch will be a grounder up against Patrick there. Race to the bag, and Patrick will get there in time for the third and final out of the inning. But the Raiders tack on 4 more runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning to take an 11-5 lead into the top of the 7th. We'll step aside and we'll be back here with more on the WHS Network. All righty, folks. Welcome back here again. A 11-5 lead here for Wapahani as we enter the top of the 7th inning. Again, Brevin Rivers still on the mound, looking to finish what he started here tonight. And we'll have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up here in the top of the 7th. So again, we'll begin things here with the center fielder, number 4, Gabe Young. He is 1 for 2 on the night.
Number 4, Gabe Young.
Young lined out to the shortstop in the 3rd, singled in the 4th. And the pitch here by Rivers will be grounded to the third base side, foul, 0-1. Now this one fouled off to the right side, out of play. So Young in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Following him, be back to the top of the order there with Kyle Randolph. Here's the 0-2. Ball outside. Just a bit up and away on Gabe Young. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind up. Here's the 2-2 offering. Strike 3, pull the chainsaw for out number 1 of the inning.
That is number 12, Kyle Randolph.
So Randolph will now step in, 0 for 3 on the night. Grounded out his first 2 plate appearances, then pop it up to the shortstop in the 4th. Fires that one on in there for a strike, 0-1. Swung and missed. No balls, 2 strikes here on the leadoff man for Shenandoah. Another ball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Randolph still in the hole here with 1 away. In the top of the 7th. Rivers back-to-back strikeouts. Looking. So here we are, Shenandoah down to their final out.
Now batting number 6, Lucas Wiestefeld.
So now the right fielder number 6, Lucas Wiestefeld at the plate now. 1 for 3 on the night as he fouls that one off out of play, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Nearly hit him there, but nevertheless inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, you have Freestone waiting on deck if it was to potentially get to him. Again, here with 2 away. And went on the pitch. And now Shenandoah down to their last strike. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. The windup and the pitch. And another pitch, not quite sure where it missed. But now 2-2. Rivers will get a signs here from Lipscomb. Takes a long look in there, and time now called here by Wiestefeld. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Roush collects, those to first, and safe is the call. So the young man showing off some wheels down there with a 2-out single. 8th hit now of the night here for Shenandoah. So the shortstop number 5, Landon Freestone at the plate. And not sure yet. This might be pitching change here, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So a job well done there by Brevin Rivers. Had an unfortunate 4th inning there. We kept battling, kept his team in the ball game, and job well done. So a pitching change here, as we'll see Braxton Davis now on the mound here for the Raiders. We'll be back with more right after this break. Okay, so the pitching change is over with. Again, now pitching will be Braxton Davis. Again, over at first now is Brevin Rivers. And out in right field is Seth Adams. Again, with 1 on and 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Freestone's the batter, and that will be swung on and missed, 0-1. It's going to be a ball high, evens the count up here to ball and 1 strike. Freestone 1 for 3 on the night. Reached on an error in the first, doubled and scored a run in the 4th, and flew out to the center fielder in the 5th. Ground ball here to the third baseman. Throw on the second, and that's that, folks. The Raiders win it. 11-5, final score here this evening as your Wapahani Raiders now advance on to the Sectional 40 championship game on Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock to either take on Monroe Central or LaPel. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break. We got the Raiders Live postgame coming up on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, here back with the Raiders Live post-game report here on the WHS Network. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, Wapahani with a big win here tonight in the semifinal round of the Sectional 40 boys baseball tournament here from LaPel. 11-5 final score here is Shenandoah gets 5 runs here on 8 hits, also 1 error and 3 left on base, while Wapahani has 11 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left on base. Again, the winning pitcher here tonight, Brevin Rivers, here for Wapahani. And, the biggest thing is, which, even I kind of question things a little bit. You got down 5-1. Things weren't obviously going very good for us through the first roughly 3.5 innings. Really couldn't get any kind of offense flow, and there's no consistency there. The confidence was down, especially after the 4-run inning there by Shenandoah in the top half of the 4th. So you could kind of tell that things were obviously not in the cards for us, at least at that time. But Wapahani, they didn't give up. They kept grinding out at bats, and one of the biggest things that I touched on it throughout the game, talked about it in our Raiders Live pregame here this evening, was you have to be patient at the plate. Shenandoah walks quite a few guys. I know I was reading off the stat before tonight's game. They had 118 walks, and that was in 141 2/3 innings pitched. That's a lot of walks. So going up to the plate, really the biggest game plan is you have to be patient and you have to wait for the right pitch, and then hopefully you're able to execute on it and really cash in. And in the early goings, it wasn't necessarily that way. We got a run there in the second inning, but really couldn't mount anything together. We weren't able to get the hit when we needed it. We left some guys on base. And then, after that 4-run fourth inning there by Shenandoah, we answered right back and put up a 5-spot. 4 of those runs were with 2 outs. And then tacked on another one in the 5th inning, and then 4 more in the 6th. And, once we had them down, we kept them down. And that's one of the biggest objectives and one of the hardest things to do is, once you have a lead, to sustain that lead and build off of it. And Brevin Rivers kept chugging along. I'm sure that 4th inning really didn't help him any, but then after we answered right back, I'm sure it definitely gave him an extra boost of confidence and a little extra energy to go out there and try to do the very best he can the rest of the ball game, and that's exactly what he did. Really shut down the Shenandoah Raiders from there on out. And it was, like I said, it was just a very big win for us tonight, a comeback win. And now we advance on to the Sectional 40 Championship game again, played on Memorial Day on Monday. A 1 o'clock start for that one. Again, we'll play the winner of Monroe Central and LaPel at 1 p.m. on Memorial Day, May the 27th. So, again, contributions from everybody here tonight. That's one of the other great things about it. That's what you want to see. You want to see balance offensively 1 through 9. Pretty good pitching performance here overall. Braxton Davis come in, got the last out of the ball game. Brevin, did what he needed to do to keep this team in the game and not only keep his team in the game, but keep the lead for us. And went out there. He continued to throw strikes, and we did the rest offensively. So good job there. Defensively played much better outside of the first few innings of the ball game. There had a couple hiccups there, but really outside of that, we played much cleaner baseball the rest of the way, which is definitely a big help to the pitcher. And we're really looking forward to things coming up on Monday. So, again, a special thanks to all of our sponsors here this evening: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, as well as FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, and the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, all proud sponsors of the WHS Network. So, folks, until Monday afternoon with Sectional 40 Championship Baseball on tap here on the WHS Network, I'm Brandon Morvillius, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thanking all of you for watching. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.